What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a little while. Chuck's Raw Reviews, we're back. I brought one of my favorite people again, Wyndi Gale. Say hi.
Hello.
What's up, gang? When we get together, it's usually just for one series right now because Wendy's a big fan, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk Travis Gibbs broke down in 4 motherfucking dead bodies.
Let me get down.
It does, yeah. And then we'll show off the whole thing. We have multiple covers. Let's show off all these beautiful. This is the Walter Osley cover. I only know that because I know his work and I love it. And this is James Burton. I know this because I know James.
100 Bullets homage.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. And then this is done by Fabian Navarro, right? Is that his name?
No.
What's his name?
Felix.
Felix Navarro.
I got you, Felix.
Dude, it's an F name. You're good. I would love to have an F name. All right. Cool.
I'm sure you do with some people.
Instead of Chuck, they call me. So, before we continue, like, subscribe, all that bullshit that I'm supposed to say, as if I pretend like I give a shit. But let's talk. Broke down 4 dead bodies.
Yeah.
Wendy, you want to tell us what this is? We're on issue 3 now.
Yes.
That's a big deal. Yeah. We've talked about all the other 2 issues together.
All 2 of them, yeah.
All 2 of the other issues. It feels like a lot.
I know. Well.
And now we're doing 3, and of course 4 is going to be out soonish.
Well, this journey started what? 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years. Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us about Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies, Trace.
Well, I will say that it was unexpected. The whole issue is basically a twist as far as I'm concerned. Because of the case. I'm not giving anything away, I don't think, by mentioning that. But that kind of threw me off.
Well, but before we even get to that,
yeah,
let's
I know.
talk about.
I'm just like, okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's about mostly Randy and Denver, who are 2 guys who've gotten themselves involved in willingly gotten themselves into a group of gangsters, and who's run by this guy named Mr. Washington, and so they were doing a job, and it went really bad, and this is the fallout of that, and so they're being basically chased down by several different groups of people. Though in this issue, I believe we only deal with 2 of those groups. Correct?
Well, we deal with Miguel and his boys.
Yeah, and then
Mr. Washington and the Psycho 76.
Yeah, the Psycho, yeah.
Yeah.
So the police are in there, but they're a little
Psycho 78s.
78s, yeah. And the police, but they're a little late to the game, so.
yeah.
They are in there, but they're a little late.
They're not in this one an awful lot. They're in earlier more and maybe later more too.
Well,
see, part of the reason why I have to bring Wendy on now, I brought her on before because she's a fan. Now I have to do it because shit. If you look really closely there, you'll see story consultation. Chuck Pino. Motherfucker, that's me. So I got to help out with this one. So I usually try to keep myself out of things that I've been a part of. Story consultation is like kind of a weaker thing because again, I came in, I helped him out. I got to read through the script, tell him how I felt. I've read ahead to 4.
He's done a really good job of not giving anything away to me,
and I'm not,
which I really appreciate.
I'm not usually good at that either.
No, you're not. You're
like if
horrible.
this was a Christmas present, you would have already opened it and you'd know that Mr. Washington ends up. Oh shit. Anyways,
I do know that, but only because I waited and read it.
So, anyways, really good book. What did you enjoy most about this one?
Actually, I enjoyed mostly the part that Mr. Washington played at the end. It actually surprised me. I don't really know why. I don't think it really should have, but I think as I read through the story that it just wasn't his reaction to what was happening became unexpected because I wasn't really thinking about it, I guess. So when his part came in at the end, it was a little bit of a surprise as far as how he reacted to the situation. I actually really liked the way he reacted.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So.
And no, I like that too. I love they had some. He doesn't usually do an awful lot of like the spreads and whatnot, but the splash pages were really good.
I love this one. This one's awesome.
Doesn't this give you like a Fathom feel?
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, Felix did a really good job of portraying what he would look like and his movements under the water. I think he did a really good job with that.
And the colors
yeah.
were really well done too
yeah.
on this one. And the other spread, it's closer to the end, so I have to look and make sure that it's not giving anything
He's not
away.
on camera.
He's not on camera. I have to. Here we go.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Again, that's another nice splash page. Well, 2-page spread. I think he handled it very well. I think it came together really well. How excited are you for number 4?
I messaged Travis as soon as I was done reading this one and all I said to him was, "You're mean." And he said, I don't remember exactly what his response was, but it was something like, "I'm sorry, what did I do?" Or something to that effect. He didn't know I had just finished reading the book. But he's mean because, he did what he was supposed to. Like, I mean, I think all of us as writers, if someone messages us after they finish reading one of our stories, knowing that, the series is continuing on, you have to leave that cliffhanger at the end, to draw them to that next book. They got to think that you're mean. It means you did your job. So, Travis, you did your job.
and that's like for your book. That's what you're gonna want to hear is
Wendy,
you're mean, because you have a mean cliffhanger at the end of your book coming up.
Yes,
and if you guys can look up in the corner over there, you'll see that's Wendy's variant cover for her book.
I can't really read it too well.
No. That's okay. For her book, Viscarian Tales.
Back there.
Marauders Masquerade. Okay, be careful. All right. So yeah, really good book. Really love the story. Love the characterization.
Miguel's an asshole.
I was just gonna say that Miguel's a dick.
Of course, I already thought that anyway, but this one just really proved to that point.
He outdicked himself.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, well done.
I didn't like him from the very first time we saw him.
I love that we both got to that.
I knew the very first panel I saw him in, I was like, ooh, I'm not gonna like this guy.
Is it the douchey Lennon glasses?
It has something to do with his look, that's for sure. But
he's got this fucking Bart Simpson douchey Lennon glasses look where you're just like, you're just a piece of shit, aren't you?
That's him right there, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He is on the cover.
Right there. No, but and I think one thing that helped establish how much of a douche he is that I would say that the majority of the dialogue in this issue is Miguel. He does a lot of the talking.
Yeah,
and every time he says something, which is a lot, it just proves more and more how much of an asshole he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say I was mean about the second issue with Travis, but I did tell him it wasn't quite as good as the first one. It was missing a little bit of that kind of banter between Randy and Denver. And even though there wasn't a lot in this one, it was just enough. It was there when they interacted with one another. So he brought that back in, which I really liked. And I think Felix did an awesome job with the artwork. And I think he took us exactly where he wanted to, and it was great.
Colors
awesome.
is always solid.
Yeah.
I love Jerome Gagnon's letters.
Yeah,
I think he did a great job as well, and like letters don't get called out very often, but
but his placement and stuff is awesome. Like you don't miss any of the artwork.
Well, and actually, especially like this little sing-song stuff.
Yeah,
which is a nice little take on Hotel California.
Oh yeah, I was singing the song in my head as
You're right.
As I was reading it. Yeah, so great job on that too.
Yeah.
No, and that wouldn't happen if it wasn't all laid out exactly the way it should be. So yeah.
So I would say Travis is the right kind of dick as a writer, or as Rob Liefeld would say, he's an asshole. But yeah, this was
that's a badge of honor, Travis.
That is a badge of honor. Rob Liefeld thinks you're an asshole. This was a great book. I'm very excited for the end of this series, and of course,
The next one's the last book, right?
The next one
Yes.
is the last book.
Yeah.
He has a lot more broke down stuff that he wants to do. And there's kind of like a universe. It's, and I've said it from the beginning, it's got a very Pulp Fiction feel.
Yeah.
But we only got the one movie, the technically like 3 or so stories out of it. So we're gonna get a lot more out of this, which I think is pretty great. I know he's got like a.
I hope so.
He's got a wrestling one, and he's got a bunch of others. So I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to come together very well. I'm very excited to see all of it happen. And, of course, we get to be here and be able to talk about it all the way through. So, much love, Travis. We think you're doing fucking awesome. Keep it up. This was definitely a step up from 2, and this was a bar for the series that 4 is going to have to climb over.
Yeah.
It sucks knowing that, doesn't it? Like, my number 4 has to fucking hit.
Yeah, but you can do it.
You're proving it right here that you can do it.
Yeah.
So, we appreciate you. Wendy, do you have any final thoughts before we leave?
Just, anyone watching, if you haven't read this series, Broke Down in 4 Dead Bodies, it's definitely something worth your while. It's 3 issues in. It's got 1 more left. I'm sure that Travis is going to probably put out a trade with all the issues collected together. And you'll be able to get all of them possibly on the next Kickstarter or whatever for issue 4. But I do definitely suggest and recommend that you get the entire series. It's amazing. Travis and his whole team did an amazing job. I've looked forward to every single book. And yes, Travis, I know it took me too long to read it, but I've been busy. But yeah, definitely worth it. Pick it up, read it. It's great.
And I wasn't trying to hide Wendy's face there. I was trying to show you guys brokedownin4deadbodies.com.
Yeah.
I think it's backwards though, so
Easy enough to remember.
mock. Anyways. So yeah, check it out. I think you guys will like it an awful lot. Guys, thank you so much. Wendy, thank you always for coming out. I love hanging out with you, and I love being able to do comic stuff with you. So thank you so much. Guys, keep picking up comics. Keep checking out fucking awesome titles like this. Go back, check out the other go back and check out the other Broke Down reviews if you haven't seen them, and also go and check out any of the other books. We have so many amazing books out there. Anyways, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. Peace, love, and comics. My name is Chuck, and I do give a fuck. Have a good one, gang. You want to hit? Yeah.